Hi Aries, thank you for joining me and welcome to my channel. This is your reading for the full moon on January 24th for Sun, Moon, and Rising Aries. This is more of a tarot card reading. I already did an astrology overview. I hate repeating myself with astrology, so I thought I would do one collective one, and you can find that in the playlist down below called Capricorn Full Moon playlist. So the video is there. And yeah, we'll do a little bit of astrology today just to show you what's going on with your chart. First of all, let's take a look at this oracle deck. So we have 15, that's the devil, that's the enemy, and then we have the ending, 58. Well, I like those two together. Let's see the third card. Oh, and then we have defeat. Okay, so you're up against something, and I already did your Lenormand reading for members, and that's located down below. I always forget to mention these things. So members, you guys get a Lenormand reading by sign, and there was definitely something that was going on for Aries for the rest of the year. That's the time period that the Lenormand reading covers, and this, I can see it happening, possibly even now. It's really out with the old, in with the new sort of energy. Whatever you're going through, it's coming to an end, and it's happening faster than I think that you expect it to. Maybe you want it to happen, and then it's happening very quickly, very dramatically, and I'll show you why astrologically, why that may be the case right now. So here is your chart for Aries. The full moon is happening right at the top of your chart. That's one of the most intense positions to have a full moon. There's an opposition between Pluto in your 10th house and Venus in your 4th house. And there's an opposition that's beginning to form between Saturn in your 11th house, social relationships, and Mars in your 5th house of desire and initiative and so forth. So there's these big standoff energies alongside the full moon that are really in some way possibly bringing out some truths that are hard to accept, some truths, especially if you have a social circle, and you know this better than I do, and if everything's fine with your friends, just ignore this message. But if you have a social circle that involves people that maybe have a questionable nature, or people who you've grown to mistrust, this might become fractured at this time. And over the next week or so, until July 1st, when this opposition is direct, you might feel pressure, and those walls of relationships crumble. An enemy gets exposed. Remember, Jupiter is now retrograde, or on June 20th has gone retrograde on the in your 12th house. Jupiter is watching out for you with regard to friends who are not true friends. Neptune is also going retrograde on the 25th of June in your 12th house. I think a lot of things that might be beyond your imagination, beyond your reach, like maybe you think everything's fine, but over the next week you might realize that somebody's not as good of a friend, or somebody's not worth your time. And so honor that energy. You're going to work through it. And looking at that members only Lenormand reading for the rest of the year, trust me, it's for a better outcome. This is the thing that's holding you back. This is the thing that's not working for you, and you can do so much better. So I'm sorry you got those cards, but as you know, I honor whatever comes up, and I don't mess around by, pulling cards or like hiding cards or something. So in order to do this reading, I have to find your card, which is the Emperor, in the deck. Sometimes they're right at the back, sometimes I have to go through the whole deck to find it. So go and get a coffee, or go take a minute, go take a break. I'll be back in a minute. Hold on. This doesn't take too long. Let me know if you really don't like this waiting for the card. I feel like it's ages, but I don't think it takes that long. Okay, so let's see. Yeah, but you're in for a really good future, in the immediate future for the rest of the year. I think a lot of the things that you're experiencing that might be challenging at this time have to do with your outward success. And whenever we are successful, people who are not truly our friends, they really show their colors. So, if it might be some of the consequences of you realizing that there you are, that maybe they liked you when you were down, and now that you're up, it's not the same. But it's a good cleaning of the house time in your life, cleaning of unnecessary social relationships. So let's take a look at your cards. So we have the Knight of Trees, Virgo, Taurus, or Capricorn. Secondary transits in air. Ace of Cups. Somebody really is coming to your rescue. That showed up in your Lenormand reading as well. For every bad friend, you have 10 good ones. So really don't feel like this is something that's terrible or something that's bad. It's something that's necessary. And then we have the Queen of Angels over here. Yeah, there's definitely a separation here. Let me bring these down. Okay. Let's see. So there's definitely a separation here, and you're the person who's pulling the plug on something. Okay, so let's take a look at the bottom cards. We have the Five of Angels. Somebody's just not been cool. Three of Trees, which is Sun in Capricorn. That's right, or Mars in Capricorn. Then we have Four of Hearts, Four of Cups, and on the bottom is the King of Cups. Okay, Aries, let's take a look at these cards. It really feels as though King of Angels, somebody really enjoyed to have a certain degree of control in your life. This could have been a friend, this could have been a relationship, and I think that you became somewhat complacent to that role or that relationship. But somebody's come in already who is bringing an Ace of Hearts, Ace of Cups, and they're just a very nice person. This person's coming in with a lot of love. I think that there was also a sign of somebody who was very against how do you say, like, injustice. Like someone made it their purpose to be concerned about your well-being. This area, sorry, I should explain it a bit better, represents your recent past. And so I feel as though someone was corrected by someone else in your social circle because someone came in and saw the thing everybody else was ignoring. It's possible that other people in your life were ignoring a bunch of things, and someone has come in to correct that energy, correct that, and make it right. Okay, so someone had too much power, someone had too much influence, and now someone's come in to correct that frequency. The outward energy is the Queen of Angels, and so this is how you will appear over the next little while as a consequence of this full moon. This might be something to do with your job, especially if something in your job has been somewhat unjust. It's coming to an end and fairly quickly. And I feel like you're no longer willing to accept the injustice, and you're very much cutting negative energy out. The oncoming energy is the Five of Angels, the Three of Trees, which is the Three of Pentacles, and Four of Hearts. I think that you've poured a lot of effort into a job or a project, and now it's time for you to take a step back and go in a different direction. But it's still going to be partly difficult for you on an emotional level to accept that loss. So outwardly, you're being strong. Nobody knows, you're being decisive, but on an implicit level, I think that the truth is coming to the surface. The truth is coming to the forefront, and I feel like you need to move forward. And when you move forward, you will find emotional fulfillment. The Four of Hearts. It's maybe not, you're still thinking about the past. I feel as though somebody has had quite a big spell on you. They've made you they've convinced you that they're a wonderful person and someone who's really wonderful. And I feel like maybe it's not the case, and it's time for you to move on because you have a much more genuine disposition towards people. You're not cutthroat. You're genuinely interested in well-being of others, and so you're breaking away from any sort of negativity and seeking out a new direction for where you will be accepted, where your work will be respected. I think a big part of this has to do with a lack of respect at work. I feel as though there's just been intrusion and influence with what you are doing, and now it's important for you to go in a new direction, a direction that will bring you new hope, new opportunities, and a lack of abuse or a lack of negativity. Okay, so let's take a look at the dice and see what they say. So we have Aquarius. So an Aquarius might be important for you at this time, Aquarian energy. And then we have Leo energy. So both of those are very harmonious to your sign. The placement of the planet is the second house for Pluto. Okay, so this is all about money. The more that I look at this, the more I feel as though someone has, let me show you the astrology, has come after you financially. And in the spirit of taking from you, I feel as though you've worked really hard, and I think you've gotten burned at work. And I think that people who should have respected you, should have had your back, didn't. And so now I think you're walking away from this situation towards a new path. You may want to watch how you respond to this. You do have a predisposition at this time to have more intense reactions, especially with regard to injustice. The emotional Venus is in an opposition to Pluto. So if you feel like your boss took your idea or something like that, then you're supposed to be wary of how you respond, especially if you have transits at the end of Aries here. You might have a predisposition to really get upset and really act out your feelings or tell them how you feel. And even though that's not wrong, it might be, because of these transits, better advised for you to wait and see, because you may have better position if you don't tell them what you think and just carry on, so that later on when you do need to say something, you haven't cornered yourself by saying too much. So be cautious with how you speak to them. There's going to be a good outcome soon. One of the bigger transits for the rest of the month is the grand trine between the South Node, Chiron, and Mars, and they're all in fire signs, including Chiron and Aries. What this means is that all fire signs are really looking to their past and they're fixing things. I don't expect any of you to have light and bright, bubbly readings at this time. All of you are fixing things with regard to your environment, with regard to how people treat you, because if you let them treat you the way they have, you are going to end up dissatisfied and feeling as though you've never grown into who you were meant to grow into. So I think this is a good path for you, Aries. I pulled out my Oracle deck. I made this years ago. It's called the Cosmic Flower Oracle deck, and I thought I'd pull you a card. It's just a little deck, but I really like it. So you got poppies, okay? And let me read this for you. So you have transition to higher planes. If you're a member, go watch your reading because it's something special. Dreams, rest, success, spirit of the soul. So you're definitely, I just feel like you're letting go of the unworthy, and the unworthy has, in one way or another, tried to make you really cringe, have to make you very uncomfortable as you are moving forward. The saddest thing, the sympathetic thing that I feel about this is this Four of Cups, which it looks like you, and you're walking away but still regretful because you had an emotional connection to this place and you're still having a human experience. I don't feel like these people that you're dealing with care in the same way you do, and that's your number one reason to go. Okay, so good luck, you guys. I know it's going to be better. I think you're moving towards a place in which there's financial success and professional respect, and I don't think you're getting it here, so thumbs up. Congratulations. Have a nice day, and I will talk with you soon. I'll be back for more readings shortly. Thank you. Take care. Bye.